There's been a lot of talk about um, gender wars for the last few years, and on different platforms and on different channels. There's been a lot of talk about like the male versus the female gender war, and also someone posed a racial question along the same line of why should white people date black people? I know people are asking this in 2024. But the beauty of being over here on this channel and how I'm creating this is that we don't deal by sight, we deal by spirit, we deal by energy, and we deal by what we're grounded in. And this is something that I can tell you to be true. And I know that this is a message that I promoted on my on my former channels. You don't know how spirit is going to come to you. You don't know how energy is going to manifest itself. You would be a fool to judge something by the way that it looks and think that you know how it's going to react. It doesn't work like that. And I've had whole entire conversations on you don't know how things are going to manifest. If you're a practitioner, if you are in voodoo or hoodoo or Wicca or left hand path, right hand path, whatever you practice, you don't know how your workings are going to manifest. You would be a fool to cut off your blessings or to block your work by saying it's only going to come down this route or my work is going to look like this. You don't know how it's going to look. That's the one thing that I can tell you as someone who's practiced damn near at least a minimum of 30 years. You would be a fool to look at someone if you do a working, let's just say energy working, and say, I want love, or I want this job, or I want this particular thing, or I want a house, but you hate everybody. Well, spirit ain't got nothing to work with. Energy ain't got no conductor to flow through, okay? Because we're all conductors. We're all energy conductors. We're all humans. We emit, we transmit, we conduct. Remember that. Emit, transmit, and conduct. We are energy vessels, okay? And how are you going to tell energy, spirit, whatever you call it? I say spirit because whatever, that's very general. How are you going to redirect your manifestation? If you're working using different type of energy, you don't know how it's going to flow and how it's going to form. You don't know that. Okay, so why would you be superficial? I always keep that in mind when people ask me about like interracial dating, and people ask about, oh, well, men this and women this. Well, my thing is, you can't look at someone or something and decide how it's going to treat you. This is 2024. We should be past this by now. We really should be. We really should be. Because unless you're living in a hole, or maybe, I don't know, maybe that would be the only way, unless you're living in a hole, your blessings are coming through a pipeline from different people. From different people. From an example, from the person, if you call and ask for something, that could be one race on the phone. However, but the people who created the product may be one race. The people who are fulfilling the order may be one race. The person who drops it off at your home may be one race. You can probably hit about 3 different races, and then some of those people probably mixed. It doesn't serve you to try to guess or try to micromanage how energy is going to work in your life. You don't know. You don't know how spirit's going to work in your life. You don't know who's going to show up to help you. You really don't. That's why you never ask for one type of person to do that. You never ask for one type of person to help you. You never do a love spell on one person. You always open up the floodgates. You want the universe to bring to you what is best for you, no matter what it looks like. No matter what it looks like. No matter what it looks like. And the universe and know, typically it pulls from your environment first. And if The person that you are really have your sights set on is in your environment, and they're susceptible to that energy, they'll be brought right on to you. But going for things based on how they look, based upon some preconceived notion, is later for that. But I know that we don't do that over here in this energetic and spiritual community. We don't roll like that. We don't roll on the superficial. We go by how things feel. When we get those inclinations, when our inner voice tells us something, when we sense something, when we get those chills, when we get that feeling, that uneasy feeling in the pit of our stomach, that's what we judge. We don't judge the way a person looks, because I tell you, a lot of people will come to you in a suit and tie and screw your whole world up. And a person who wears plain jeans and tennis shoes may be the one to put it back together. Just food for thought.